My name is Dan Hastings. I'm the culture attaché at the U.S. Embassy in Warsaw, Poland. Thank you for joining us as we kick off our virtual summer music concert series. As many of you may or may not know, 2020 is the first year of the second century of people-to-people relations between our two countries, and what better way to celebrate that than through music? Starting tonight and continuing on Thursdays, July 9th and July 16th, we will not only have extraordinary musicians performing in honor of people-to-people relations, but music scholars. That's right, scholars from the Fulbright program, America's premier exchange program with the rest of the world, which enjoys incredible support from the Polish and American governments and sends about 120 scholars each year to each other's countries. If you're interested in Fulbright, by the way, the website is right here, en.fulbright.eu.pl. And sorry, I just got rained on, that's why it's wet. These scholars study for a year in the United States, or teach or do both, but more importantly, just as importantly, they're cultural ambassadors as well, responsible for maintaining the strong people-to-people relations between our two countries. Tonight, we're lucky to have a very special Fulbright scholar kicking it off. She's a lovely person and a great friend, a gifted pianist. She's an amazing arranger, composer, and educator of music, based in North Carolina, and classical music, especially Poland's favorite son, Fryderyka Chopin, is her passion. She spent her Fulbright year at Adama Mickiewicza University in Poznan, and while here, gave 35 concerts, both in Poland and in Denmark. Pamela Howland's soul has always been on a musical journey, and that continues tonight. Gives the embassy great pleasure to present Pam to our online audiences. Before I do that, I'd like to thank all of our supporters of tonight's event, including Fulbright Polska and the wonderful American Corner Network in Poland. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the incredibly talented, wonderful musical ambassador, Miss Pamela Howland. Over to you, Pam.
Hi, I'm Pamela Howland, coming to you from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And we have today a celebration of American music, and I'm honored to be a part of this celebration put on by the U.S. Embassy in Warsaw, Poland. We are celebrating America's birthday, but we are also celebrating our friendship with the Polish people and with other friends and allies all over the world, celebrating through music. When I had my Fulbright in Poland, I taught, I did some research, and I also did a lot of performances. But one of my favorite courses was something called the Musical Legacy of Immigration. And in that course, along with my students, we explored all the different migrating people coming to the U.S., bringing their music. Now, some of these people were adventurers, some were fleeing oppression, and some horrifically were brought here against their will. But the thing they have in common, no matter how diverse, is that they all brought their music, and it is fed into and created this rich tapestry of American music. Now, I'm a classical pianist, but in Poland particularly, I had to get really good at arranging American pieces, music that I love, but that music wasn't originally written for the piano. So today I will play for you 7 pieces, 2 patriotic songs with a twist in the arrangements. I'll also play for you a medley of Celtic hymns and folk tunes. I will play a rag piece, Maple Leaf Rag, by the great African-American composer Scott Joplin, a very jazzy piece by Gershwin, and then I will play for you a great American music medley of movie themes. So thank you so much for being along for the ride. I hope you enjoy the concert, and thank you. Happy 4th of July. The first piece that I'd like to play is an arrangement of the Star-Spangled Banner. And it's a very special arrangement because it's by the great pianist Sergei Rachmaninoff. And what's so special about it is that he, as an immigrant to America, made this arrangement, which is very elegant, in 1918 during the first concert season tour, and he played it in Providence, Rhode Island when he was recovering from the Spanish flu, December 8th, 1918. The next piece that I'd like to play is an arrangement that I've put together based on Amazing Grace. It's actually a medley of several Celtic and English songs that have become beloved in America that were brought to this country. So you will hear Amazing Grace, the old folk tune Shenandoah, Loch Lomond, and a song that is sung now all over the world, Old Lang Syne, which is the song we sing on New Year's. So this is an arrangement I put together on the beautiful hymn tunes brought to this country by immigrants. The next piece that I'll play for you is by the brilliant composer Scott Joplin. Joplin was known as the king of ragtime, and I will be playing for you Maple Leaf Rag, which was his 1899 runaway hit. Joplin was much more than the king of ragtime. He was a wonderful composer who aspired to be a classical composer, but he made his fame with all of these dance compositions. They were two-step dances with a short, short, long, or a slow, slow, quick movement. So here is Maple Leaf Rag. The next piece that I'll play for you is by the great composer George Gershwin. And this piece, written in about 1927, is called simply Prelude No. 3. Gershwin is known for two kinds of music, his Broadway stuff and also his classical music, which he infused with jazz rhythms. So this piece is really important because it's not only about jazzy city nightlife, but it also has Afro-Cuban rhythms. This is the Prelude No. 3 by George Gershwin. The next piece that I'll play for you is lots of fun for me to play. It is Lady Madonna in an arrangement I've made by Lennon and McCartney's song of the same name. The Beatles influenced America greatly. Likewise, they were really influenced by all the jazz and blues and rock and roll that was happening in our country. Sometimes the Beatles coming to America was called the second British invasion. So they are part of our celebration, and I hope you enjoy Lady Madonna. As we continue on with our celebration of American music, I wanted to make a very special arrangement on a very popular American song called America the Beautiful. And to honor our Polish friends and allies, I have taken the liberty of arranging our American tune in a Chopin style. You may hear a little bit of the fantasy impromptu and some nocturne techniques, but this is a slightly different version than you'll hear usually of America the Beautiful in a Chopin-inspired style. One of the things that I found when I lived in Poland was that American movie music is some of the most loved all over the world. So I put together a medley of a variety of themes from best loved movies. Today you may hear Wizard of Oz, Porgy and Bess, maybe a little bit of Jaws, Psycho from the 1960s, Harry Potter, Star Wars, and The Lion King. I hope you enjoy this American movie music medley.